Hey, I'm Carlos Garcia, and today, on another Worst Whiskey Wednesday, we're going into Irish whiskey, which is, a category that's not the top of my list of favorite categories, so these are the worst of that category. So, I gave myself a treat of drinking the A. Smith Bowman the other day, so I guess I have to punish myself now. So we're right back to the Worst Whiskey Wednesdays, but first let's do a giveaway. All right, so this is for the toasted under $70 bourbon video. This actually is the first giveaway with 60 or more. This has exactly 60 entries. So you guys really wanted that Jack Daniel's toasted, I see. A lot of new faces on this, so we'll see who wins. And nope, oh no, 1000. You are an OG and a past winner, so congratulations. Send me an email and I'll get those out to you. All right, so today we're going into Irish whiskey. So the ones we're going into is the Spirit of Dublin Teeling Whiskey Small Batch, finished in rum cask, batch SB53. I don't think this is like a super special one or anything like that, but that's this one, so it'll be in here. This is 46%, so 92 proof. There's this one, Limavady single malt whiskey, 100% Irish barley, triple distill, finished in ex-bourbon barrels in PX sherry cask, barrel number 0143. This is a 700 milliliter, which is good. It's less for me to drink. 92 proof. And it has a cool top. It's glass. That's my favorite part of this. But we'll see. We'll see how any of these do today. Hopefully some of them taste better. Because now we got Clonakilty Irish whiskey, and this is the one that I've had numerous times, and every single time I've not liked it. So this is Irish whiskey that was finished in Fuzzy Baby Duck IPA. It's a local brewery, New England Brewing Company, and the beer itself is delicious. This finishing together, not so much, but not my favorite, but we'll see if it does any better today. And a lot of these, I think all three of these were my Irish whiskey video for like St. Patrick's Day. We also have this High and Wicked Rose Tattoo Cask Strength. So this is the only one that's a little bit higher proof, and I don't think I said that. Maybe I don't know. The Clonakilty proof was 40. Let's see. It's 43.6% alcohol. And the Limavady was 92 proof. I think I said that one. Anyways, so the Rose Tattoo is 119.8 proof. Single malt Irish whiskey finished in Moroni wine cask. 100% Irish malted barley. So that's the fourth bottle in here. All right, let's get into the nose. All right, so A on the nose is a mixed bag of notes. So we got some apricot, dark fruits. So that's good. That turns quickly into permanent marker and acetone, like nail polish remover. Not the best nose. And I think a lot of these Worst Whiskey Wednesday videos, the noses were actually pretty decent. So it's starting off with a bad nose already, so. Oh boy. B on the nose. All right. B on the nose, green apple. That's decent. And then soap, specifically green dish soap. Today's gonna be terrible. C on the nose. Okay, so C on the nose isn't like really in your face, but the notes are actually pretty decent on it. Jammy, black currant jam specifically, in that kind of direction. Honey, some burnt toast. Burnt toast obviously not the best note, but it's beating the heck out of A and it's B. Yeah, it's good. I like the nose on C. Let's go to D. I feel like the nose has got better every single time, so that's good. So D on the nose, raisins, dark fruit, tobacco, dried figs. Definitely that profile of like the dark fruits, sticky dark fruits, and some milk chocolate. All right, let's get into the palates. Well, first sip, it was very acetone forward. Malty for sure. Then started getting to green apple, honey. So it started becoming drinkable. The finish was short, but not terrible. Never really getting notes. It was just, maybe too quick, but we'll try it again. The acetone note is the terrible note in this pour, for me anyways. Right when I was about to say, you know what, this is not too bad. It's actually drinkable. I got dirty socks on the finish, so one more sip. Lucky me. It's more the same. It's not good. Whatever Class A is. Ugh. Okay, let's go to B on the palate. We get a little peanut butter on the nose. That's good. I thought this was gonna be decent. So on the palate, green apple, green Jolly Rancher, malty. Okay, it's like okay. On the finish though, yuck. It was stank and like dirty laundry. Nope. The lingering note though, like what's in my mouth right now, is more that green apple. It's a very green apple forward, whatever B is. But that dirty laundry note, anytime I get that, is never a good note for me. I'm over here trying to convince, so it's on the second sip, it's basically exactly the same. And I'm trying to convince myself that dirty laundry is more of a dark fruit note, or maybe a chocolate note. No, it's dirty laundry, it's gross. I can try to convince my brain it's something better. Okay, one more sip. So I got a little cinnamon on the palate this time. So again, the palate isn't terrible. It's decent. It's the finish that's killing B for me. Ugh. All right, let's go to C. I have a lot more hope in C and D to actually be good because the noses were pretty solid. So this one didn't wow me, but it's nothing bad. As I'm saying, it's like the lingering note is like, is this Windex? I'm not gonna try to focus on it. So as soon as I took a sip of it, coffee, man, that was maybe the most coffee thing besides I got a bottle, Bib and Tucker thing that's like coffee infused. That is coffee. But I got a strong coffee note, some jammy dark fruit note, and dark chocolate. The palate was pretty decent. If you like coffee. I'm not the biggest coffee person, but I drink coffee every day. But I don't go out of my way to like Dunkin' Donuts like my wife always does. The palate was similar to that. It was the coffees, you know, there again. Yeah, the lingering. Now that I'm not thinking about negative thoughts over here. So this is decent. Give it another sip. It's more of the same. So it was less coffee forward, and there's a dark fruit note that I didn't really like so much. So I literally wrote dark fruit note I didn't like because I couldn't figure out anything better to say. But overall, it's better than these two. So there's that. One more sip. I will say C is probably the most complex with decently okay notes. So I got more chocolate malt that time. That's not terrible. I don't know if I would go back to it a lot, but it's okay. Yeah, let's go to D. Man, D now smells like milk, like chocolate milk. Not even just milk chocolate, like chocolate milk. Well, I think I know what D is. It is definitely the proofiest one. There's one that's much higher proof than the rest. And it's the only one that drank proofy. So if this is the high and wicked, the fact high is in the name with these notes. So on the palate, milk chocolate, earthy, dark fruit, and as soon as I hit the finish, stank weed. Now, I'm not a weed smoker, but I know the smell of weed, and man, whew, that is stank. All right, try this again. Oh, nope. The palate I actually enjoy, but that finish, it's like the other ones, like A and B. I wrote dirty socks this time, but it's definitely, there's some spices too. I'm trying to give it something good. It's like some like cinnamony baking spices. One more sip. Ugh. All right, nothing new. Ugh. It is very weedish on the finish. All right, there seems to be a clear favorite so far. and 3 absolute losers. But I'll cut it out here. I'll go back and forth and try to score them and see if I get any new notes. So I'll be right back. All right, I'm back, and that was actually pretty easy. I didn't have to go too far or too much back to back. So let's do the giveaway for these. I'm sure there's gonna not be a lot of interest for this one, but if you want 2-ounce samples of all 4 of these bottles, this is pretty expensive. I didn't actually say the pricing of all this, but this is a pretty expensive bottle. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and comment with the hashtag worst Irish. That's that. So let's get into it. I didn't write any new notes. I did score them all though. Kind of went how I thought. Last place is this Clonakilty, bit my tongue, fuzzy IPA. I scored a 1.25. It's just not good. The acetone, I might actually wrote, I wrote Windex. I didn't put a little slash there, but the acetone note is just, on this. Okay, so then in 3rd place is the Limavady, and I scored this a 1.5, no new notes on that. So then did not come down to these 2. There was a clear favorite. So in 2nd place was the more expensive one, the High and Wicked Rose Tattoo. So if you like weed, this might be up your alley. It's an expensive bottle. I don't really like that taste. So that was definitely off-putting to me. Plus the dirty socks. It was just stanky. Not my favorite. Let's go 1.75. I'm sure I said that. So the winner of today's worst whiskey is the Teeling, which I scored a 2.25. And that coffee note definitely came back strong again. So that's unique. Really nothing too bad about it. It would have scored higher if it wasn't just for like kind of like that weird dark fruit note I didn't really like. So it still could have scored a 3 because it was still below average. And I don't know if I just think it's good because these are terrible. So let me know if you guys have had any of these. I'm sure this is probably the one most people haven't had because it's like a pick. But if you guys have these, let me know your opinions on them. Enter to win this stuff so you can take it out of my house. Don't do nothing stupid. And if you do, don't get caught. Bye.